SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is Race Day, sponsored by SwimOutlet.com, and we just finished the Day 4 prelims here in Omaha of the USA Swimming Trials. I'm Tiffany Elias, joined with Jeff Cummings and John Lone. We took another look at 3 events this morning. Let's get right into that 100 freestyle. Let's name the top 3, and then there's some stories here. But Scott Robeson leading the way into semifinals, 49-0, followed by Nathan Adrian, his first appearance this week, 49-1, and Matt Grievers grabbing third, 49-2.
I think the other big story that everybody was wondering is what are Ryan Lochte and Michael Phelps going to do in this 100 free to secure themselves on the 400 free relay. Now, John and I have been talking about this. We got differing opinions, and I believe that Michael should have swum it this morning because I don't think there should be any guarantees that anybody has secured anything unless, Michael had done something amazing in season, had gone 47.
Now, just to give everybody that isn't familiar with what's going on, both Phelps and Lochte were entered in the 100 freestyle. Phelps scratched, Lochte swam it, and we have received word that he will swim it again in semifinals tonight.
See, I have no problem at all with Michael Phelps scratching this event. And Jeff is one who wants to prove it in the now. I'm okay with his track record carrying through this. If you look at the way he's performed as a leadoff leg, 06 Pan Packs, 07 Worlds, 08 Olympics, even 09 Worlds, 10 Pan Packs, 11 Worlds. He's always gotten the job done. You're a huge movie buff, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks do not have to audition anymore, and neither does Michael Phelps.
Good point.
That's a good point, John. But I still just would like to have seen Michael just say, okay, let me maybe test out my 100 free and just to do it. I mean, he didn't have anything else to do. I don't think it's going to really tax him for the 200 fly tonight. So, I mean, just put up a 100 free that just says, look, guys, this is why I should be on this relay.
And the reason I'm okay with him not, say, come the final tomorrow night, a bunch of guys go 48 low, 47 high, which would be a great thing for the United States. There's always training camp. He could always time trial one to prove his worth there. So from that standpoint, that's why, hey, take the morning off, enjoy it.
I mean, if Michael Phelps has to prove himself in 100 freestyle, that says some good things. There's some depth there in this event for the men. Because also in the mix is Behrens and Webergale, Fegan, Lezak. Where do you see this race going for semis tonight?
I think we'll see Nathan Adrian crank it up a bunch. I would like to hope that we're going to see Jimmy Fegan drop some time too, because he had a real big swim heading into these trials where he was 48 mid. And I was thinking that, okay, this could be the breakout that we finally see in Jimmy Fegan, touted as a future American star sprinting for a long time now. So hopefully we'll see him drop some more time when he gets up on the semifinals.
And he was one of those people we were talking about in 2008 when he was a high school senior, and everybody was like, oh, this guy breaking national high school records left and right, and we're going to see him make the Olympic team, and he didn't. And he's kind of been building towards this moment, and I think he's ready, and I think he really wants to prove it too.
All right, so moving on to the women's 200 butterfly, which I think so far has been the most emotional event, at least behind the scenes. Saw a couple tears shed and a disappointing swim on the ladies' side. But leading the way with the great swim was Kin Vanderberg, 2:08.7. Camille Adams in for second, 2:08.8. And grabbing third was Kelsey Floyd, 2:09. I also just want to throw out there Elaine Breeden with a really heartbroken swim, 2:14 to get 17th.
Yeah, I think when we talked to her in the interview, you talked to her, she said she just didn't pace it right, and she just kind of did turn on the jets when she could have, and that's the danger. I mean, a lot of these swimmers say, oh, I'm just doing what I need to do to get a lane in the final, and sometimes they miscalculate, and it's really hard to do that.
If you're going to pace yourself, and we talked about Dana Vollmer going fast through all 3 rounds and saying that we would like to see her pace herself better. If you're going to go with that approach, though, you better be sure, because there's no worse place to miscalculate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm definitely excited to see Kathleen Hersey in this event after third place in the 100 fly. She's got to have a little bite in her in this 200. So semifinals tonight should be a good one.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see Kim Vandenberg doing so well. She's been swimming over in Europe for the past 2-3 years, and so she hasn't really been playing her cards over here in the United States, showing us what she can do. And this morning, 208 just really made a big statement, and I'm really glad, because she was one of those people in 2008 was, you know, a big name to be in the 200 fly, and she didn't make it in the 200 fly. She did make it for the relay, but it's just really good to see her back in good form.
Right. So the last event of the night was the 200 breaststroke, and Clark Burkle 2:10.3, Scott Welts right behind him 2:10.9, and Eric Shanto 2:11 for third.
This is just another case of pacing themselves. Eric Shanto looked like this was a warm-up swim. I mean, he probably does this in workout every day. I'm really glad to see Clark Burkle swimming fast, and Scott Welts. I mean, a lot of the guys that are in this top 16 were in that 100 breast final, which was so close. And, you know, a lot of these guys probably were losing sleep the past few nights, just wondering what could I have done better to get on that Olympic team. And just to be able to come back here and just put it behind them is show of a great athlete.
Burkle was faster than I thought he would be this morning. I was surprised to see any 2:10s, to be honest. And Brendan Hansen goes 2:12, fifth place this morning. That was kind of a coaster just to get another swim in. Expect him to be much faster tonight. Maybe we'll start seeing the 209s come the semifinal round.
Right. Now, Ed Moses was also in the race. It was fun to watch him. Unfortunately, grabbed 18th, so he's not coming back, but you had a chance to talk to him after that.
Yeah, I kind of had wondered if this would be the last time we see Ed Moses in the competition pool, and unfortunately it seems like it will be that way. He said he's going to return to his second love, which is golf, try to get on the PGA Tour, which is great for him. It was great seeing him back, making this comeback, if for no other reason than, you know, he was one of the people who was very outspoken when he was at his peak in 2000, and just to see him on deck was a really positive thing for me.
Well, and I thought what was really cool afterwards, he said, you know, we didn't have all this in 2008. We didn't have flames coming from the pool. We didn't have all this constant press and all those different aspects. So it just goes to show where the sport's transforming to, and pretty excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember covering trials in 2000 in Indianapolis, and it was, the scale of that thing compared to this, just not even close.
Absolutely.
So going into tonight's events, we're going to start off with the freestyle. It's going to be the semifinal for the men's 100 free, the finals for the women's 200 free, on to the 200 fly, finals for the men, semis for the ladies, and the 200 breast semis for the men, and the finals 200 IM for the ladies side. Most anticipated race tonight.
200 freestyle for the second night in a row, this time on the women's side. Allison Schmidt versus Missy Franklin.
Anybody else in the chase?
No. No.
Are you willing to say that again?
Yeah, I'll say it again.
Okay.
Because tonight they're going to go 154s. The American record will go.
Easy. I think so.
This is going to be big time tonight. This will probably be the race of the meet so far.
What about Megan Romano?
Relay potential. Anybody in the final 8, there's 75% of that field is going to get a relay berth. So possibility.
Yeah, and I really am excited because Missy will be fresh.
Yeah.
This will be her only swim of the day. She got to sleep in this morning as well. So, you know, it's after last night, it's a little scary to think what she's capable of. We know what Allison Schmidt is capable of doing. And it's not to say Missy's untested in the 200 free, but, you know, that this will be the first time we really get to see Missy in the 200 free, other than, I mean, that relay lead off. And World Championships was kind of like her debut in this event, if you will. So now, like the 100 back last night, this is kind of her chance to really say, this is why I love the 200 free.
All right, well, that's going to conclude the Day 4 prelims. Make sure to join us again tonight after Day 4. If you've enjoyed our coverage, make sure to go to Swimming World TV, where you can catch all our footage and interviews. John and myself will also be in London, so make sure to follow us all the way through the London Games. Jeff will be back in the studio, and we will be bringing you live coverage straight out of London, so make sure to follow us all the way through. I'm Tiffany Elias with Jeff Cummings and John Lone, and we will see you again after Day 4.